Hello friends, viewers and our subscribers. Thank you all the new subscribers who have joined our channel to view about health, well-being and disease videos which we publish on our channel. I encourage all of you to watch all the videos as much as possible and also give new ideas to us in your comment section so that we make those videos which are great and helpful to you all. In the event of watching all these things, comments and likes, we understood that there are a lot of views for those videos which are on preventive health rather than the disease care. In the same line of thought, we thought why don't we touch upon a very important and burning topic today, immunity. And we know what is the role of immunity today as we are going through a pandemic and hoping so that we are in the fag end of the pandemic. Those who have got good strong immunity have sailed through the pandemic very successfully, and some of us unfortunately have succumbed to the pandemic because of various reasons, comorbidities and also lowered immunity. Isn't it so? Let us take steps to make sure that our immunity is strong. To do that, we need to understand what is immunity and how to maintain it. Immunity is a gift which has been given by our mothers and the creation itself. Immunity is something which our body produces, what we call it as antibodies, to fight the infection. Either it can be virus, bacteria or fungus. There are two types of immunity. One is active and the other is passive. Let me touch upon the passive. Passive is something which we get from another human being who has already got the antibodies against the infection. Through a therapy, we get that into our body if we are immunocompromised or going through a comorbidities. So we need to get an immediate injection of those antibodies to fight against the infection. That is as a therapy we get. Another one is natural, which we get from our mothers through breastfeeding, or through placenta when we are developing. So some amount of immunity just passively passes through us, but that is not long lasting. It has a short-lived immunity which to fight the infection. The other one is active immunity. Active immunity is something which we develop naturally within ourselves. That happens when we are exposed to the infection. For example, if I am exposed to chickenpox infection, virus, I develop immunity and antibodies are produced, and many a times these antibodies are lifelong protecting you from the chickenpox infection. So it's a lifelong immunity many a times. So that is active immunity. So active and passive, I am sure you will understand this. Now let us understand what are all the factors which will help us to maintain this immunity. You may ask me a question, can immunity be boosted in a day or very short time? Definitely not. It is not still understood in the science, and it is probably not possible as well. Immunity has to be regulated by proper lifestyle. That is the only way how we can do it. Still the studies have not been very clear whether by taking a few nutrients or nutraceuticals, whether our immunity will become strong and optimal. It is still not understood. There could be, but not very clearly understood. But one thing is clear, good health is good immunity. So we need to take adequate steps to maintain our good health. 4 important factors for that. First most important thing is food, stress management, exercise and sleep. These are the 4 factors which will help us to maintain good health, thereby good immunity. Let us touch upon the food. Food is most important because it gives nutrition to us, all kinds of nutrients including trace elements, vitamins, minerals and proteins. All the antibodies we need to understand is a protein. So that's why good nutritious food is very important. What kind of food? We need to make sure that we have unadulterated and organic food in our day-to-day living, so that it's easy to digest for us, less taxing on our liver, so that it has maximum absorption and conversion to the kind of antibodies we require. Second important thing is adequate amount of food, not overeating. Overeating will also tax our system and lead to toxin buildup and lowered health and lowered immunity. At the same time, timing of food is very important. Timing of food in the sense we are all natural beings just like any other animal. to follow the nature cycle. You can't eat at the midnight one day, at some other time another day. It will confuse our system to how to digest. That will lead to again toxin buildup. That's the reason we need to make sure that we eat at the right times. That will also help us to give good energy for the work what we do if you're eating at the right time, to focus and be productive to the maximum we can. So that's about food. Next is stress management. If you agree or not agree, stress has become part and parcel of our lives today. And stress is very subjective and relative to each individual. So what is stressful for you may not be stressful for me. So we need to take adequate steps to manage our stresses. It can be through yoga, it can be through breathing exercises, emotional management, counseling, acupuncture, massage therapy, whatever suits. For some it can be listening to music, composing to music, or having passion on your work as well. Very few are very lucky enough to go in the line of the profession which they like. Probably we need to make it a habit for every individual on earth that they should work in what they are passionate about. That brings the stress to a large extent to minimal levels. So it can be gardening, music, whatsoever, even watching a web series. So make time for yourself, me time, so that you de-stress yourself on a day-to-day basis. Third important thing, exercise. What exercise does? Exercise is important because human beings, just like any other being, is an active person, not a passive person. They need to move. We are designed for movement. Our joints, our ligaments, our musculature, all the organs are helping us to with exercise, have a good circulation of the lymph, blood and the fluids. Thereby what happens is we are keeping ourselves upright, in the sense good health. Good health will help us for good immunity. That's how this will help us for that. The last but not the least is sleep. Adequate sleep is very, very important for us, because good amount of sleep will maintain good health, and at the same time good health leads to good immunity. And it is important because rest and repair happens during sleep. In the sleep, when the rest and repair happens, automatically our health is maintained, and our health, when it is maintained, there is good immunity, as I mentioned. And it is very important we also sleep at the right hours. We have to follow nature's cycle. We cannot sleep odd hours. It will not give our adequate rest and repair. So that's why it is important for us to maintain that. So all these aspects are very, very important for us to maintain good health, thereby good immunity. I'm sure all these factors you would have understood, and you will take steps to maintain that. At the same time, yoga, natural healing solutions like acupuncture, yoga, naturopathy will also aid us to get good health. If you need any help on that, you can always visit us at Anandamaya Wellness to take help. Counsel, therapies, natural healing therapies will help us to maintain good health and thereby good immunity. I'm sure this much of information will be good and encourage you to maintain the immunity and good health. Thank you for your time and patience to watch this. Thanks once again.